Welcome back, and in this training we're discussing all about 5 different ways on how you can finance your deals, because one of the biggest challenges that people have is all about financing. And in this training I'm going to cover 5 proven ways that you can find finance when you're starting in property. I'm not going to be sharing with you any financial advice. If you're joining me for the first time, I'm a property investor developer over the last 35 years, and we do this on a day-to-day basis successfully, and that's exactly what I'm sharing with you. Now let's jump in and discuss the 5 different methods of actually moving forward in property and using finance to your advantage. So the first one is regulated finance. Now under regulated finance you have buy-to-let finance, for example. Now the myth is that you need to have a number of properties before you can actually get buy-to-let finance, but the truth is that is not the case. You can jump in. Now do get advice from financial advisors, as I'm explaining. I'm explaining this as a property investor. So buy-to-let finance is available regardless if you own a property or not. There are lenders that will lend to you for investment properties where you don't own your residential home. So you could be living at home with someone, for example. You could be not owning a property and renting a property. Finance is still available. Also, finance is available in many situations where you have a low income. Remember, you only need one lender, and there are lenders out there that will deal with those type of scenarios. Now, if you know someone with a credit blip, so they've got a missed payment or a late payment, or they've got a CCJ, well, there are lenders that actually specifically work with difficult situations. There are lenders also that will lend all the way down to the age of 18. So being young and not being able to invest in property investing also goes out the window, because yes, you can. You can also have lenders that will lend up to the age of 80, and there are some niche lenders that will lend all the way up to the age of 90. Now, under regulated lending, there's this massive range where you can get finance. Now, I have a special training that's going to be coming up in this series of 31 trainings where we will discuss mortgage brokers in much more detail. The second type of finance you can get is short-term finance. You may have heard of auction finance, you may have heard of bridging. So this all fits into this criteria. The big thing when it comes to short-term finance is that you can actually get finance for properties that other lenders, the regulated lenders, might say that the properties are unmortgageable. It's a great way to get access to money quickly. So short-term finance works really well. The third category of finance is commercial finance. Now, commercial finance is perceived to be only for experienced investors. However, that's not true. The truth is that there are strategies within the commercial arena that you can jump into even though you might be starting in property. The fourth type of finance is nothing to do with these large banks or large organizations. It's about your family, your friends, people of long standing who have money sitting in the bank that's not working for them, and what you do is you use that in property and you give them fixed returns. So something to keep in mind, another way of getting finance, working with other people. Now, the fifth finance I want to share with you is joint ventures. So many of the deals that we do and many of my students who start in property, the way they get the finance is working with other people where they bring along the sweat equity, so the know-how, the learning, gaining borrowed experience to get started, and the other party brings along the money. So there's this method that works extremely well too. So in this training I've shared with you 5 different ways, and I hope that's given you good insights, given you a flavor of the kind of finance that you can achieve. And it busts the myth that finance isn't available, because trust me, finance is available no matter your situation. So it's time for action. So here's an action for you between now and your next training. So just note down 5 people that are around you. If they knew that you had the knowledge, not necessarily the track record, but just the knowledge that you know what to do and that information is from borrowed experience and they've got funds, who do you have around you that would actually invest in you? You don't have to ask them right now. Just make a note of them, write them down. Who are the top 5 people around you that trust you and would invest in you if they only knew that you know what to do and you have further insights? Which means as you use traditional finance, short-term finance, commercial finance, you use other people's money when it comes to fixed returns or joint ventures, you will be aware that money is available, and now it's about learning the process of actually finding those properties and buying those really good deals. Now, if you're feeling excited that there are so many different ways that you can finance your property deals, even though you're getting started in property, I've got so much to share with you. And by the way, really important when you're starting that you understand that there are all of these different methods of financing so you can use them as tools in your toolkit. Now, please keep in mind that we're successful property investors and developers foremost. And because of this, I'm sharing with you the insights on what actually works right now in real life. and I don't want you to miss out on anything. Now, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, well then you may miss out on some of the information that I'm going to be sharing, and these 31 modules are all in order for you to get started in property. And to assist you, what I would suggest is that you subscribe to our channel right now if you haven't already. Now's the time to do this so that you get the latest notifications, you get the latest training, and you can start in property. It's Kam Dwivedi helping you take your property investing to the next level.